This is a 2005 Volkswagen Passat with the 2.0 turbo diesel, and our thermostat needs to be replaced. So I haven't found a video on these engines how to do it yourself, so I'm gonna show you how to replace the thermostat. Unfortunately, I did start on it, but I didn't remove much. So basically your thermostat would be, this is the driver, passenger. So on your driver's side where your dipstick is, okay, your thermostat is located right in here, behind the alternator, the bottom of the alternator. So to get this loose, you will need, I already got the bolts out. They are 5. So it says right here, 5.5 millimeter hexagon 6 point. That, or I believe you can use a 10 millimeter 6 point. Anyways, you get those 2 bolts loose. You do want to put a catch can or something underneath, like I did, to re-catch your antifreeze, and you can, I'll show you how you can reuse your antifreeze, so you don't have to get rid of it. So basically, when you do this, when you get those bolts out, you actually want to get this bolt out, and this one, you want to get it out just a little bit, and then, or you can loosen them both a little bit and wiggle this till the antifreeze starts to leak. Once the antifreeze stops leaking, then you take your bolts out, and then you pull your housing, which I already did on this one. Now this might get snug a little bit, so be gentle. Another thing that I forgot to mention, when I got this bolt out right here, see this bolt? I touched this positive just a little bit, it made a big spark. So you gotta be careful not to touch this. Your best bet is take this cover off right here. I think this one's broken. And remove your positive. I think it's on the other side. Yeah, this side. So you gotta take your positive off so you don't touch this like I did. I kind of forgot about that. So anyways, once you get this out, like this, like so, you see your thermostat in there. And let's do it from this side. From here you get to see what's in there. Okay, there is a rubber. I believe there's a rubber right there. So I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't think there's a rubber. No, there isn't. Or is there? No, I don't think so. There's no rubber. So be careful not to get any dirt in there. Another thing I should have mentioned is I use an air blower to blow everything off from here. There was some dust. Gotta make sure it's clean. So right there that I use, the air blower, that you do before you even start the job. And once we got here, now to get that thermostat, let me see if I can get a better shot in there. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put a screwdriver from the top, okay, from the top, and mine, I already got it loose a little bit, but you have to put the screwdriver in there and pry it out. When you do that, don't remove the thermostat at once, otherwise antifreeze will spill everywhere. Just hold it out gently so your antifreeze can leak into your catch can. This way we can reuse it, and like I said, I'll show you a way how I do it to clean your old antifreeze, which I believe this one, the one that I have in here, is a 1,000,000-mile warranty antifreeze, and this vehicle has only about 200,000. But anyways, I think it's 1 million or 10 years. So we're gonna do this till it all leaks out, and I'll show you how to take that thermostat out completely once the antifreeze has stopped leaking from inside the engine. Okay, now that the antifreeze stopped leaking, the thermostat is loose. On some of you, it might be stuck, meaning you gotta pry a little bit. This one you don't. You see the steel's on it. Be careful. We don't want to break the seal. Why? Because we are going to reuse it, since my local store did not have the gasket, or they said it's not available. So once again, one hand, I can't see what I'm actually doing. Okay, here we go. I think I got it with the seal. Yes, I did. Okay, so we gotta take this out. That's the inside. And this is your old thermostat. If your temperature doesn't go past close to halfway, most likely this is your problem. So let's put the new one on there, show you how to put it back. Okay, so we're going to use a napkin and we're just going to clean the old seal so we can reuse it, since the local store they don't carry it. So I'm assuming this would be a dealer item only. But these can be reused because they don't really go bad, since there's no oil on them, just antifreeze. They usually don't crack, they don't get brittle like gaskets that, you know, oil runs on them, or let's say a crank seal. Those always go bad. Okay, so now the seal is clean. This is the new thermostat, so that's how it's gonna sit on it. Okay, now to do that, we are going to use what's called a super weather strip and gasket adhesive. So we're just going to put a very light film underneath this gasket. The reason why is because this one has to sit in there, and since it sits like this, the gasket's just going to fall out. So we're going to put it in there. I think this is the right way. Like I said, this is my first time doing this, so we'll see. So like I said, we're going to put just a little bit all the way around, not a lot, enough so you can hold the seal in place so we don't lose it. I shouldn't say lose it, but fall out of its position. And then we would put the housing back on, it won't seal it properly. Okay, so because it's really cold outside, we couldn't use the black one, so we're using the yellow one, which is this right here. Okay, if you're curious what I'm using, and that's supposed to bond pretty good when you put the gasket on it, just to hold it in place so we don't lose it as we put the thermostat back in the housing. Remember, this is just to hold it in its place. The rest will do the thermostat housing. We'll do the rest to hold it in. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to put, well, not attempt, see if I can film as he's putting the thermostat in. See if I can zoom in. You have to make sure it sets in properly. You don't want it to be angled. It's got to go firmly into the hole or into the groove around. I believe there will be the steel block of the engine, and that's it. Now this gasket stays in place, and now we can put the housing back on. Once again, it's always a challenge trying to film and to do this, but you kind of have an idea what you have to do to put that back on. Okay, to put this on, you see I haven't put it on. You just put it angled. Okay, to shove it in there angled. And as you shove it angled, you gotta push the cap. I can't show you. Hope you can't see it right here. From here, you gotta press it down, and that should put it on. Now you gotta get the bolts and put the bolts in. Alright, here you just gotta take your time to put the bolt in there. Make sure you tighten both bolts by hand, or even if you use the socket, just use the socket itself. So here you can see I got the first bolt. At the same time, it's been held from the bottom of the housing. Like I said, you want to use just your hand when you put this on, top and bottom. Okay, so the first one is snug. Then we're gonna go for the second one. Okay, now at the same time you want to move the housing just a little bit to make sure that it's in. And now we are going to tighten it down. Now you want to tighten each one at the same. This one a little bit and then this one, and keep going until they're both snug. Okay, now I got the socket on. Like I said, we're gonna go with gentle. There's one. On this second one, like I said, my battery's not loose, so be careful not to touch right here where I did. Right here. If you touch, oops. You can see it. You gotta be very careful. That's why I said remove your battery. Okay. Go back the bottom one. Make sure the key is in. And then retighten it again. Okay, that one seems to be snug. Go back at the top one again and keep doing that till they're both snug. Okay. Okay, one more time at the bottom and that should do it. That's it. So now I'm going to show you how I'm going to reuse the old antifreeze that's still good. Basically, you'll need a big funnel. This is the old one. You can see how dirty it is. Let me zoom back out. So I'm going to remove this. This is from the previous. I'm just going to use one of these bowls that have holes in them. And we're just going to use rags. Just a normal rag. Put it over. Set that in there. And we're just going to pour the antifreeze in it. And this napkin should, I don't know, clean it down to at least almost 1 micron. So you can see there's dirt in there, but that will catch, this filter or napkin will catch all the dirt. And right here at the bottom you have nothing but clean antifreeze that you can reuse. So we're going to do that to the whole antifreeze and you'll see after how dirty the napkin is. So here it is after I cleaned it. Now that thing had probably a little oil. It should not be that dirty. But anyways, you can see it's pure clean. There's no oil whatsoever or dirt. The napkin caught it all. And that's how you can reuse your antifreeze if you don't have any laying around like me right now. All the dealers are closed, and this is the different solution how you can clean your antifreeze to pretty much new. And then we're gonna put the antifreeze in the reservoir. That's the only place that you can fill that up. So we're gonna reuse the antifreeze and put everything that we got out back in the reservoir. Make sure you always top it off and let the vehicle to warm up, and then you might drop it and you got to re-add up to the full. Okay, once it's full, start it up, and that should be it. Your thermostat is changed. Now if for some reason your vehicle doesn't bleed properly, on these vehicles I'll show you another way that you can bleed it. This is your heater core inside, driver, passenger. Take this clamp out, pull it out, pull the hose out, okay, till you see that hole right there, till it passes the plastic heater core, so you can bleed out all the air. Once you see antifreeze coming out, push the hose back onto your heater core, and that's how you bleed your heater core, or to get the air out of your engine. Yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching.